that the world is unfair, that one moment you realize that not everyone is as fortunate as you are, and that there are others who are more fortunate than you. Some people have more and some people have less. This is the world we live in right now. Do you know Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech? That his children will live in a nation where they won't be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. That one day America will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths as self-evident, that all men are created equal. That little black boys and girls would be able to join hands with little white boys and girls as brothers and sisters. But surely there's more to it than just skin color. What about opportunities? What about education? What about political affiliations? What about the whole world? A famous expression goes, everyone is equal, but some are more equal than others. Why is this? Why are some people more equal than others? Why do some people have more material wealth than others? Why don't we all have equal opportunities to go to school? Why do some people have fewer basic human rights than others? Why does it even matter where we were born? Think about this. What if the world is truly equal and always? What if we were equal? Surely we don't have to fight for our human rights anymore. And surely the constant search for daily wage would no longer be an issue. And surely we will all have equal opportunities to do anything we want. What will the future hold for us? Could it be brighter, as John Lennon sang, everyone living in peace? Or will it instead break our world apart? Just imagine, we don't have to find shelter or basic needs anymore. What will we be doing instead? Will we use our time and privilege to do things such as exploring the galaxy? Because when people work together and express their fullest potential, things such as finding alien species is actually possible. And even 100 years later, we could be living in a world like the one in Star Trek, or Star Wars, if you prefer that. We would be able to create USS Enterprise or Han Solo's Millennium Falcon. We would be living in different planets with alien species. Or could it be too scary? Because, there's always the possibility that Darth Vader might become your father. But just imagine what we can achieve. If we have equal education, opportunities, and knowledge, doors of possibilities could open for us and turn our world 180 degrees. In fact, we can actually find a cure for cancer. Not only cancer, but a cure for everything. People would have the same level of knowledge and intelligence, and so if they work together, these cures might actually be found. With proper research and focus, the cures for diabetes, cancer, and all viruses might be discovered. Imagine how these revolutionary inventions could change people's lives. If this has had found in the past, I would have been able to meet both of my grandpas who died from heart attack and kidney failure. And probably some of you here might have lost someone from these incurable diseases, and they might have still be here with you today. But does this mean we can only die from old age? And will it instead, solve world problems? Will it instead just worsen it by causing population explosions to happen? What about other things? What about education? If we were all equal, we'd be going to the same schools. The curriculum and textbooks we use here in Indonesia would be the same exact one as the one in Finland. And your dream of going to Harvard or MIT, it can actually become true, because guess what? The schools here have the same quality and level as those Ivy League schools. I want to tell you about my maid's daughter, who I've watched, and she lives in my house, and she's a very diligent person. She is very motivated. I mean, I have more opportunities than she does, but I don't even work as hard as she do. And it made me think, what if she had the opportunity to go to the same school as I do? She could actually become someone greater than I am. And this applies to all of you. In this world of equality, we would be in one class with the angkot driver's son or the cleaning service's daughter, and it would not have mattered. Whether you're the daughter of a CEO or the son of a bus driver, everyone will see you as an equal. But what about our country? What will happen? If everyone from every part of the world is equal, we would probably don't have any significant difference in behavior and distinct identities. We would be raised by similar cultures and values. Eastern culture and Western culture will not be a thing. The claim that Eastern culture is more conservative than Western culture will just not be true. But if all countries are similar to one another, what happens to their diplomatic relationships? Will North Korea and America become best buddies? Will civil war stop happening in the Middle East? And most importantly, will World War III chances happening be reduced? I mean, they wouldn't have any reason to cause a war or conflict anymore because they can't fight for territories, resources, or differences in beliefs because guess what? They're already equal in all of these things. There will be no hierarchy or capitalist system, and no country will have more power than the other. But does this mean our lust for power will vanish? Let's look at this at a small scale. Look at the people around you. What happens to our relationships with them? I mean, surely we would treat everyone the same way. We don't care if they're black or white, men or women, Asian or European. Because the thing is, we're actually equal in every way, and your cultural identities would not have mattered in the eyes of others. Incidents such as facing discrimination, it can't happen. My sister faced discrimination in a very harsh way last year in university that really changed her and forced her to move abroad. That moment of her life robbed her happiness. But in this world of equality, it wouldn't have happened. And probably you guys have similar experiences too. And if we were all equal, those moments would just disappear. But if our cultural identities stop becoming something that matters, what will happen? I mean, it could just rip our individualities apart, getting rid of the diversity we have in this world right now. And we could end up having similar behavior and personalities with each other, losing any sense of self. We've been perceiving equality in a positive light. But is complete equality something we really want? People will be having similar lives. Wouldn't that just be boring? What we have and who we are wouldn't be distinct in the midst of other people. Complete equality would just take every single part of you that makes you you. Have you ever read the book The Giver by Lois Lowry, or probably watched the movie? The story takes place in a community of sameness. And in achieving the sameness, they eradicate any sense of pain, emotion, color, memory, climate that could create conflict or ignite inequality in the society. They have the same things, they have the same houses, they eat the same things, and their lives are just so dull and boring. They live in this fabricated reality. They don't even have a choice to choose their professions, for God's sakes. All of this effort just to construct an equal society. And if we do live in a society where it has complete equality, wouldn't it just be dull, flat, monotone, and we could lose any variety we have in this world? Do you want to live in this world? If equality and all things existed, definitely our world will evolve into something completely different. It could open doors of possibilities. It could bring world peace. Millions of people would be able to meet their fullest potentials. Imagine what we could achieve. And probably this is why we fight for equality every day, because we just want the world to change. We just want the world to be fair. But if we reach equality into the sense that, we are all the same people, wouldn't that just be boring? Will it just strip off our individualities? The possibilities are infinite. If we will live in a world where equality existed, and let's say 10, 100, 1,000 years from now, what do you think will happen? Thank you.